The only two solutions that existed at the time were Cosmos and Polkadot, right? And nothing else. And Cosmos and Polkadot, we understood it very quickly technically that they only work well for their own ecosystems of chains, but not across chains, right? So remember like early conversations with Cosmos folks that were telling me about how the client technology works, like for IBC and things like that. And I had a hard time understanding how this could scale outside of Cosmos. I'm like, nobody's going to be able to write these. Like for us to integrate it in Algorand, it will take essentially a rewrite of the whole Algorand blockchain. So just engineering wise and technical wise, it was clear that that approach would be very hard to scale outside. And Polkadot didn't even try those things. They were like, okay, our interoperability only works within our parachains, right? Like we have no goals of extending it outside of it. So for us, it was clear that those solutions would not work. It was definitely one of the big questions that like investors were asking in the first round. They're like, Cosmos is going to launch ABC and, what's going to be the need for it? And remember, like very deep, like long threads with some investors where I would explain why I don't think that technology would scale. And I have a lot of respect for the Cosmos team, for ABC team. I think they've done amazing for the ecosystem. But like technically, I think the protocol has kind of scalability gaps, which I think some teams are trying to address 6 years later. I think it's still not fully addressed.